Hello everyone, my name is Loco and welcome to another StarCraft 2 video. Now what I got for you today is a Silver League match of Terran versus Protoss. So before you write like a really angry comment, right, directed at one of the two players in this match in the YouTube comments, prepare yourself for what will likely be just a tiny little bit cringy. I mean, I've casted many of those games so far. I mean, usually, while they are absolutely hilarious, they can also get just a tiny little bit infuriating if you've been playing the game for a couple of years already. See, for example, our Terran player here is going for the classic triple depot before anything. I love it. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Lost and Found LE and playing with the red Terran SCVs. He's already going for that really quick third depot, man. He's going to be able to build so many SCVs, you don't even know what's going to happen. He better not make an orbital. He goes by the name of Shabranigudu. Shabranigudu. I'm apologizing in advance in case I absolutely butchered that name. I think I'm going to refer to him as the Terran player Shabran from now on, okay? And his opponent spawning in the opposite corner of the map, going for a really quick assimilator already. He's playing with the blue Protoss probes. Give it up for Silox Verum. Silox versus Shabran. I love these nicknames. So Silox going for a really quick assimilator into the gateway. Now, he does need to make himself another pylon here in just a little bit. Although, we do now see him pull out of gas right at 64 there in total. So, maybe, oh, I think I know what this is. Maybe he plans on getting a super quick cybernetic score and then getting only warp gates. Right? You don't need, yeah, there you go. I mean, he needs a pylon, but, yeah, no, make a couple, dude. Yeah. Make a couple of them. I think he plans on, wow. I think he plans on making a really quick warp gate upgrade, which is the only reason as to why you would mine only 50 gas. In the meantime, on the other side of the map, we don't see an orbital command just yet. Orbital commands are overrated, guys. Getting free supply and free income out of the high heavens, that's ridiculous. Yeah, queue up those SCVs. He just queued 5 up. That's incredible. That's exactly what you need. So, Shabran decided to go for the double refinery here, now into the reactor barracks. Whereas his opponent is making a zealot on the other side of the map. This one was a little bit delayed because he was supply blocked. He's making a couple of pylons on the other side of the map. This is gonna be just barely out of the vision there of the Terran's main base. I'm not entirely sure what his course of action is going to be, but considering he mined 50 gas, I would like him to start up maybe, yeah, there we go, the warp gate upgrade here right from the get-go. Now, he did decide to add the probes back into the gas geyser, min-maxing his mineral income, I like it. And now another gateway is coming, oh, another 2 gateways are now coming up on the other side of the map. This is sort of like a 3-minute soft contain or something. I'm not entirely sure what the plan is. Shabran, though, at this point in the game, doesn't know about what's going on yet. Shabranigudu. Did I butcher that name? I feel like I did quite well when I first read it, but I may have completely messed that up. But anyways, he knows nothing about what's going on just yet. And usually from a lot of the Terran games that I've casted in Silver League in particular, Terrans either cheese and play super aggressively at this level of play, or they sit back on like 1 or 2 bases and try to max out. Well, the depot does lower right now. Yeah, okay, that's just to give these Marine a little bit of, yeah, okay, I was gonna say, just a little bit of fresh air, right? You wanna make sure that the Marines can scout. Apparently, for some reason, they are very short-sighted, as they did not quite notice that there is a pylon not even that far away, as well as 6 gateways. That's 6 gateways right here. Do you think he's trying to create some sort of pattern? Maybe it's like a mathematical symbol. No, actually, I was never very good at mathematics, but no, it's not. Well, I don't really know exactly. He's trying to make a smiley face. How do we, I'm tilting my head in real life right now while I'm tilting the camera as well. Trying to figure out if there's maybe a smiley face in here somewhere. So, Silox right here is going for a couple of adepts. He's making a, well, he made a nexus here, but he's also chrono boosting out the warp gate upgrade, going straight into the +1 ground weapon upgrades here as well for the Protoss. And now he's getting the Twilight Council. I think this is going to be like a really heavy zealot kind of style. Maybe adepts or something along those lines. I think both are a decent option if your opponent was expended. Now, the center tower is finishing. Shabran with the next level decision making. He will notice right now that, wait a second, There is indeed going to be a group of gateways right out of his front door. Now, luckily for him, he was already making himself a bunch of siege tanks. He's going to be able to siege up that tank, and it will be in radius right there of that gateway. That gateway is going to start taking some damage. Apparently, a photon cannon will be built here immediately by Mr. Psylocke. He's now also going for the shield battery here in the center of things, which can be used to hew up buildings as well. So I don't really know exactly which will finish first, but I'm assuming here is going to be the siege tank. But oh my god, no! Dude! It's a Terran meat grinder right there, man. This is how you make minced Protoss. You can go to your local butcher shop and ask for minced Protoss. You get something like those zealots in the depths there. Ugh. That was dirty. Well, at the very least, what did happen right now is that the shield battery finished up. He does need to manually target the gateway, though, if he wants to keep it alive here. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. That is phenomenal. He did just spend all of the energy there of the shield battery on that one gateway. That is still gonna die before the unit can come out. It's a little bit sad. There we go. Charge upgrade is now coming up here for Psylocke. He did, of course, get himself the expansion a little while ago already. He doesn't have a lot of production at home. The majority of the gateways that he has are on the other side of the map. Now, I just want to point out that he decided to go for a really, really quick 50 gas to get himself the warp gates out fast, right? He got himself those warp gates researched really, really quickly. And now he's producing out of gateways. Remember what I said about some of these games getting mildly infuriating? I feel like we are already well into that territory. Now, just because everything was powered by one pylon, Psylocke has now decided to put down another one of those pylons that are definitely going to be out of range of this gateway here and that photon cannon. That's alright, because Mr. Chabron over here doesn't show any signs of moving out just yet. What he did get himself is, well, now almost 4 Stargates. Oh, once again, look at that. More minced Protoss. Oh my god. Oh, that's so painful. Why would you do that? Why would you... It didn't even work remotely the first time around. Why would you set him up again? Particular with charge finish... Oh. Well, they had +1 melee at the very least, so maybe, you know... Maybe they could do a little bit more damage. A couple of Stargates now coming up here as well. That's a really painful meat grinder, though. That's a really painful meat grinder. Now we do see hyperflight rotors as well as the cloaking upgrade here for the Banshees. There we go. They're gonna be able to go after this pylon right from the get-go. Pretty sure that is the only thing powering this gateway, and then also that photon cannon. Even the one right here in the back is not gonna be powered by the one a little bit further away. And now with the siege tank helping out and these Banshees up in the air, even with these Stargates finishing up, right, this is gonna be a really difficult thing to defend. I don't really know exactly what Psylocke's plan was here anyway. Maybe he had hope that his opponent was gonna, like, expand and then he could, like, move in the Zealots. But making an assumption that your opponent is gonna take a base where you have got your, you know, your... Doesn't make sense, right? Why would you expand where the army is located? It's sort of like a soft contain in a way. This is something that a lot of players have been playing, but then in combination with photon cannons as well as a lot more shield batteries and then usually immortals with warp prisms and all that. Regardless though, Void Rays are now coming up. There's also a Dark Shrine, of course, because Psylocke, after all, is a Silver League Protoss player, so if your first little bit of cheese doesn't work out, you better get yourself some more. He's now going for the Void Rays, best unit of all time, and then also for the Dark Shrine. So the Dark Templar should be out here in just a little bit, and at this point, there's very little scouting. Now, what Chabron did do, oh, I love this, that's really cute. He loaded up 5 SCVs into the command center, and he's gonna be flying that one off. That is an ability that nobody really uses, and I think people should. You can load up units into the command center, and then, you know, or SCVs, I guess, and then use them for mining a little while later. One Void Ray out, trying to be a nuisance as well. There's 4 Banshees on that production tab. There's a lot of Marines, though. They could be used just fine to get rid of this one Void Ray here as well. There we go. They are gonna move forward. They should be... Oh, don't lose it. Please don't do that. Okay, there we go. He's gonna be able to force that unit away. The thing is, when it comes to making command centers like this, pro gamers will always prioritize making orbital commands first, because every mule that drops, it's very valuable, and obviously you can morph in the orbital, and then just simply he's not. Oh, he did make one orbital, I guess. But you can morph in the orbital and then float it away, and it's always gonna accumulate energy. So, you know, two mules already pay for more than the extra cost of both the command center as well as the orbital command upgrade combined. So, you know, as soon as you get 2 mules out, you basically have already paid for your command center. It's pretty ridiculous. So, players will always prioritize getting themselves. Oh my god, more meat! More meat for the Terran. Okay. My god, man, what are these Terran eating for dinner tonight? It's really gonna be minced Protoss. Well, here's one Dank Templar. The Dank Templar is currently unscouted. This could actually become a bit of a nuisance. There we go. Luckily here for the Terran player, his macro has not been that immaculate, so he is gonna be he's gonna be able to afford himself a scan right at this point in time. Now there is the blink upgrade here coming up for Silox Verum. He is gonna be going for that blink upgrade on the Dark Templar, so he can hopefully make it past this forward Terran wall. Now, what exactly the plan is right now, though, from either of these players, I feel like only they know. I don't really see a scenario where both of them are really going to be in a phenomenal spot. I like the fact that Terran expanded over here on the right-hand side, but he never really got himself any workers. Then again, he has some resources already banked up. Some of these Banshees now taking some shots here as well, but Chabron did just manage to get rid of most of that Protoss force, and at this point, I mean, sure, there's a pretty... like, he could just move forward and kill all of this. I'm pretty sure he could just move forward. In particular with the siege tank, he could just move forward and kill everything. Why did he get warp gates, though? Like, that's what... like, he made 1 warp gate. Does he maybe think you can only have 1 warp gate? I'm not sure. Like, it's literally... like, there's 0 reason to have gateways out if you have the warp gate upgrade finished. I wish there was. I seriously... how cool would it be if, like, you would produce 20% faster out of regular gateways or something than out of warp gates? So, basically, like, there's always an option to turn a warp gate back into a regular gateway. That would always be... like imagine you could... if you're in a defensive position as Protoss, right? Imagine you could move your warp gates back to gateways, and then all of a sudden you can produce a little bit quicker again. How cool would that be? I think that would be really sick. There would be a lot of tactical advancements with that. Now, here we go. With that cloak upgrade done, and now the photon cannon shot out of the ground there, I do think that Chabron should be able to deal some damage here. Cloak units, though, trying to gauge off against each other. Oh, close the door! Hold the door! Too soon? Okay. Oh, keep holding the door! Hold the door. I'm sorry. I can't do that. Well, I did just finally drop himself some mules. Apparently the Vikings are going to be the ones tasked with destroying this one unit. In the meantime, all of the Banshees are still going to town. They target fire down all of those pylons. And while the Dark Templar are going to town, Protoss realized that he got thousands of resources in the bank. And apparently... he blinked to safety, I love it. Apparently that means he's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 new bases. That is 1 gateway... and 6 bases. I like the priority. Well, I guess there's 2 more warp gates right now over here too. You finally did morph them in, but soon that's gonna be 1 warp gate here and then 6 bases. He really needs to start adding on some production. I would love it if Silas got himself some gateways or some stargates or basically anything so he can properly start, you know... Did he just move workers from his natural and not from... okay. Yeah, I would love it if he decides to go for some more unit-producing structures, because he's definitely gonna need it. He's got thousands of resources in the bank and, like, no army. He's got literally 0 army supply. Now, luckily for our Protoss player here in blue, it doesn't look like the Terran really is going for a bit of a move out yet. There's very little as far as moving out goes just yet here for Chabron. Chabron did just decide to go for an expansion here on the low ground. He doesn't have a lot of workers anymore. Those, well, those DTs definitely did do a little bit of damage, but here we go. 6 probes at once, and 1 gateway. That's 1 gateway and 6 probes at once that are being produced. He's got 4,500 resources in the bank, right? Terran actually is doing a pretty decent job. I mean, he prioritized gas for some reason over at this base. He's now sitting at 2,000 gas. I'm not entirely sure what he's planning on spending that on, but, you know, all things considered, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. He really needs to start making some structures, though. Maybe some pylons. Like, just get 8 pylons and get it over with so you can start maxing out. That Protoss Death Ball style is extremely, extremely potent. In the meantime, though, Chabron is just mostly idling with his army. I think he's a little bit scared right now to move out across the map. What exactly are you gonna do if you're in this scenario, if you are the Pro or the Terran player, right? Most of the time you would once again leave these units for a little while to maybe see if there's going to be more aggression. A couple of pylons are now being built, and here we go. Okay, there we go. That's a lot of gateways here already. That's 1, 2, 3. That's about 8. Oh, he's got to make a lot. Oh. Oh, dude, stop. Dude. Oh, dude. Oh my. You guys can't see it, but I'm like face palming in real. What are you doing, Psylocke? 22 gateways, Psylocke. That's 24 gateways on the production. 24 gateways on the production tab in the main bit. Psylocke. I mean, I like the fact you're getting production, don't get me wrong. But that seems a little excessive. Just a wee bit. Just a tiny little bit. Well, to be fair though, if he's gonna morph them all into warp gates and then just warps in like massive amounts of zealots or something and he just attack moves across the map, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to win, even against this many banshees. Because he's got charge, he's got some upgrades. He's now going for air weapon upgrades, even though he doesn't have any flying units. So I wonder if he plans on maybe switching into that in just a little bit, but there we go. Finally, he found himself the warp gate button. Oh my god, this looks like it looks like they're recreating like the Legacy of the Void cinematic, except that his opponent is Terran rather than Zerg. Remember the Legacy of the Void cinematic where the Protoss with terrible macro makes one pylon? Probius makes one pylon and then the Protoss warps in like 100 units? It kind of feels like he's trying to recreate that right now, right? He's got himself so who's actually ahead? Shabron is getting himself... Dude, just move. Like, just attack. That's one of the greatest things about Banshees, in particular once they've got their Hyperflight Rotors upgrade. They are super fast. They can be extremely mobile. Is anyone cringing yet? Is anyone cringing yet? Just say me in the comment section if you are cringing, okay? If you're not, just say, me not. That is almost correct English. It's pretty much correct English, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. But anyways, I'm curious, like, I'm trying to contain myself right now, but I can feel it boiling inside me, okay? I can feel it happening inside of me. It's not a pleasant thing. Once again, though, more probes are coming up. Silex is now finally sitting at a pretty solid amount of workers. Going up to, I guess, 81 right now after this next batch finishes up. He's got a lot more queued. So I think he's gonna go up to 100 plus workers. He still has 0 army supply. And let me just emphasize that. He's getting a lot of upgrades. He's going for air weapon upgrades. He's chrono boosting the forges and all that. He's getting himself a Twilight Council upgrade. He's got a lot of Dark Templar that he could make. But he's still just sitting on, well, nothing. He's got 0 army supply. Absolutely nothing. He's got 87 probes, and that's everything he has. In the meantime, though, in the Terran camp, I mean, we've seen a lot of SCVs. He's been going for a bunch of mules, and he's got a siege tank or 2, but actually, no, it's literally just 1 siege tank. He's prioritizing a lot of gas, which is quite wonderful here as well. He's going for more and more banshees. I honestly have no clue. That's one of the things about Silver League games that I really like. I've got honestly no clue who's actually ahead. Okay, Psylocke apparently, I think he's planning to warp in over here and create this safe haven for his units. Does he not realize that this is all powered by 1 pylon? I mean, that's a lot of shield batteries. There we go. Oh my god, it's like the Legacy of the Void trailer. Welcome to Aiur. You shall not pass. And then, you know, Aemon was like, LOL. Look at these Templar. That was a 25 Dark Templar warp in with Blink. There is a group of missile turrets right here at the top. Oh my god, that command center just fell. That command center just fell. Now keep in mind, there's a lot of detection here. If he uses the scans properly, there we go. Oh my god, when you make enough Dark Templar, it turns out they don't really... Oh my... Okay, that's the second command center that this hit squad just killed. There's still a bunch of orbitals remaining. I was wondering if he maybe... Oh my... Oh my god, that's so expensive. That's so expensive. I mean, that's... This is like the feels that I had when Zeratul passed away all over again. Doesn't matter though, another group of Dark Templars coming up. Are you... So wait, is his strategy right now to try and bleed this Terran player out of scan energy? And then... I think that's the exact... Oh my... Oh, the Vikings are still landed. You have Blink. There we go. Now, there are a lot of Ravens up. I like this. Shabron, with the clutch decision making there, decides to go for a lot of Ravens. They, of course, are detectors. And while these Dark Templar are dealing a lot of damage, I would have liked it if he split them up a little bit. Then again, I don't think Protoss is really aware of the fact that there are any more bases. He thinks that this Protoss, or that this Terran just simply took one, you know, one refinery over here. And that's about it. Here we go. No, another... It really is like the Legacy of the Void trailer. My god, Psylocke was inspired after he watched it. That is phenomenal. Why does he keep headed into the main though? I don't know. What's to find in the main base other than a mined out command center? He really is setting them straight down the Terran meat grinder, but he's finally starting to do something. There we go, anti-armor missiles being very useful actually. That makes it easier for those Banshees to kill them. These Zealots achieving a whole lot of nothing. There's now one Thor being produced here as well. Welcome to Aiur. Oh my god. That is phenomenal. Today we retake our homeworld. This is, I feel like this is a spoiler for StarCraft 3, if anything. Somehow, some way, the Mobius Core or, you know, some of the Dominion have made their way over to Aiur. And the Protoss are ready to retake it. There's gonna be this this relationship between Stukov and Alarak as well. It's gonna be phenomenal. Turns out Rohana and Stetman are dating. It's like, wait, what just happened in all those years? Don't worry, we'll find out when StarCraft 3 releases in probably 2069 or something. Get more starports, dude. More starports. You need more starports. Why would you... Yeah, no, go after the supply depots, man. If you kill 7 more, you're gonna eventually supply block this Terran player. Here come the Dank Templar again, though. He knows that there's a lot of detection, right? He's fully aware of this. I mean, he could just teleport to the low ground, right? He could just blink to the... Oh my god, he's gonna... He's actually... What are you doing, Shabron? Shabron, wake up! Shabron! You've got no time to type, Shabron! Don't let him taunt you like that! Shabron, get it... What? No way! Are you kidding me? I just said that. Oh, I think it was Motlesis that named this replay Welcome to Aiur. I'm trying... Oh, yeah, no, yeah, no. Well, they do have Cloak. There is Cloak still. Couple of Stargates are now being produced here on the other side of the map as well. Here are the Archon. They're gonna be able to do a huge amount of damage. Oof, they almost got that final hit off right there on those Raven as well. It still doesn't matter though. Shabron still has a lot of stuff. Shabron is now casually sitting at 7,000 gas, still prioritizing that because, you know, he's played 2 games on the ladder before. Oh my god, it's not Stalkers. He's played 2 games on the ladder before where he ran out of gas. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna take all the gas I can find. Here's the only thing I don't like about Silux's setup. These Banshees still have Cloak. Bit of a field trip right there. That actually was an efficient field trip. These mules would have died before they could retain the resources and then they disappear forever. There is the Cloak! Act! Shabron! Shabron, act! Yes! Good job, good job. Okay, Shabron, you almost had me triggered there. And Shabron, even though... Shabron! Okay. Shabron, you just gave up with 11,000 plus resources in the bank. Shabron. Shabron, we need to talk, dude. You can't keep doing this to yourself. You literally had the game won when, well, I mean, you would have had the game won if you moved across the map after first shutting down that aggression. Oh my god. Let me just double check what Motlesis called this replay. Yeah, so Motlesis did indeed call the replay Welcome to Aiur. I was wondering where I read that. I imported these replays a couple of days ago and now I just watched the very first one. But anyways, that was awesome. I hope you enjoyed watching this game. If you did, make sure you hit that like button down below, and if you want to see more, make sure you hit that subscribe button and maybe the little bell icon as well so you get a notification as soon as I upload more. Special shout out to the Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for directly supporting me. And of course, if you have an awesome game yourself that you recently played in StarCraft 2, you can go ahead and submit it to replays at LowkoTV. But for now, I want to thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I will see you in the next one.